Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to talk about arrow function in JavaScript. So in JavaScript we have the arrow function, which are basically a sorter function syntax. So normally we create one function, like in example we're going to create one function greet. So we use the function keyword, and then inside the curly braces we have the function body where we can return some value. Here we are returning the string from the function greet, and now we can call the function and we're just gonna console log the string. So you can see we have the output. So this is the normal function syntax. Now with the help of this concept of arrow function, we can reduce the size of the function. So now we're gonna convert this function to one arrow function. So in arrow function we don't have to use the function keyword, so I'm gonna remove that. So after the parentheses we can use the arrow, which is the combination of one equal sign and the greater than. So you can see we have the arrow, and now we have the same output, but here we are just using the arrow function. Now the arrow function size can be reduced further because we have only one statement and we are just returning one value. So we can remove the curly braces, and also we can remove the return keyword, because by default the arrow function returns the value. So here it is just returning hello, and you can see the output here. So you can see our function has become really shorter and very concise and easier to read. Now inside the arrow function we can pass parameters, and then we can just concatenate. So here we are just passing the string to the value, arrow function is returning the string. So you can see we have the output, and in arrow function we can reduce the size of it further. So if we have only one parameter, then we can remove the parentheses. So you can see we have the same output, but our function is very concise and shorter. So we can do the same thing as the normal function, but with the less code by using the arrow function. So now let's talk about the value of this in case of the arrow function. So in regular function, this keyword represents the object that calls the function, but in case of arrow function, this keyword represents the object that owns the function, no matter who calls the function. Like in example, we're gonna create one object, and the object has the name property, and the name will be John. We're gonna have one regular function, we're gonna use the function keyword, and this will just console log this. Now we're gonna have another function, test arrow, and this will be one arrow function. So I'm gonna use the arrow, and here also we're gonna console log this. So you can see we have the object, and inside the object we have one regular function and one arrow function, and both of them are printing this. So let's now call the function. So we're gonna use object.test. So you can see the normal function, this referring to the object that called the function. So you can see we have the output, but if we call the arrow function, so if we call object.test arrow, and now you can see we have the window object. So in case of arrow function, no matter who calls the function, here in this case this keyword referring to the window object. So that is the primary difference of this while using the arrow function. So this is the way we can use arrow function, and we can convert the normal function and make it very short and concise. And also we have to remember that this keyword behaves differently inside arrow function unlike the normal function. So hope you understand the concept. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.